To add a new transmitter to the Phoenix system, you must be logged into data entry. Click on Data Manager. The Data Manager window is broken into three sections. The top section displays the hierarchy records that have been selected for the transmitter. As we select or create the appropriate records, from these fields will be filled in. The middle section displays the records that exist within the current table for the chosen hierarchy. The bottom section indicates which tables can be managed using Data Manager. The red arrow indicates which table is currently selected. Data Manager is a tool that brings structure to working with tables that reference the hierarchy. ABM is unique in providing a four-tiered hierarchy associated with a transmitter. The dealer typically represents the owner of the account. In a proprietary monitoring environment, there may only be one dealer in the system. In a third-party monitoring center, there may be 100 or more dealers' accounts associated with the system. To create a new transmitter under an existing dealer, double-click on the dealer record to be used. The chosen dealer information is displayed in the top section, and the middle window now displays the organization records. The organization and subscriber levels are used to group transmitters by some common trait, typically for reporting purposes, such as panel type or panel format, maybe by geographical region, or another unique characteristic, such as dams, service centers, branch offices, or ATMs. There is no wrong or right way to use the organization and subscriber levels. It all depends on how your business is structured. If you choose not to use the organization level, you can double-click the -1 marker record in the middle window of Data Manager. The marker record information fills in at the top, and the center section now displays subscriber records appropriate to the dealer and organization previously chosen. You can either select an existing subscriber record or choose to create a new subscriber record. In this example, we are going to use an existing record. Double-click on the appropriate record, Network Accounts. Notice its information moves up and we are taken to the site level. The site record usually represents a physical structure, such as a particular campus, building, or house. To create a new site record, click the New button. A site record opens to the right of Data Manager with the selected hierarchy values filled in. Yellow fields indicate must-enter fields. White fields are optional. In both the site ID and the site name field, enter a value that identifies the site. This is also a good time to complete the address fields. Once all of the information has been completed, click the Add tool, the lime green plus sign, to add the new site record to the database. Double-click on the newly created site record. It'll move to the top section of Data Manager. The middle section is now blank since no transmitters exist for this newly created site. So, click the New button. A transmitter record opens with the chosen dealer, organization, subscriber, and site values filled in. In the transmitter ID field, enter the account number with the appropriate prefix if prefixes are being used. Otherwise, just enter the 4-digit account ID. In the Notes field, enter a message that will display on the alarm processing screen each time an event is processed for this transmitter. This message is different from the dispatch procedure to be created later. In the Notes Location field, you can enter the path to a document made in a third-party application, such as a floor plan or a text document outlining the medical history of the homeowner. The Notes Location field can also be used to call upon an NVR or DVR to bring video into Phoenix. Simply enter the IP address. There is a Notes Location field in the Dealer, Subscriber, Site, Transmitter, and Zone records, thus allowing you to call upon multiple attachments while working a single event in alarm processing. The transmitter record contains many fields that are used for reference purposes only, such as UL rating, model number, and software revision. If you look on page 3, you will notice that both test and open-close parameters can be configured within Phoenix. When you have finished entering all applicable information about the transmitter, click the Add tool. Double-click on the newly created transmitter in the center section of Data Manager. The transmitter ID should be part of the top section. Since this is a new transmitter, there are no zones associated with it. Click New. The zone record template opens with the transmitter ID filled in. Enter the appropriate zone ID. In the SIG type field, keep the -1 marker record. Both the name and description fields display on the alarm processing screen, so enter a complete description of the zone. Click the Add tool, change the zone ID, name, and description values to add another record. Continue adding until all zones have been completed.